Hey there, Dale here. I want to do this short video for parents, particularly ones who have children and teenagers who use cell phones, which is pretty much everybody. If you've got a kid or a teenager, they're definitely hooked to their phone. You just can't break them away. So if they're going to use their phones, we've got to do something which can help them to be able to protect themselves from the effects of cell phones. Now you might be rolling your eyes thinking, well, if cell phones were so dangerous, wouldn't we know about it by now? Not necessarily. You see, you think back to the 1950s of the tobacco industry. We didn't know what the dangers were until many years later. And the same thing can be said for cell phones. So while we're going to use them, we may as well protect ourselves and our children now while we can before the effects are seen. So in this video, I want to give you 5 tips of ways you can protect your children, and you can use these tips yourself as well. So tip number 1 is to encourage your kids to do less talking on the phone with this thing pushed up against their head and more texting. Now you might be thinking, texting, like they're doing it all the time, it drives me crazy, I can't talk to them at the kitchen table. Well, here's the thing, when you use your phone to text, a lot less radiation is emanating from the phone than on full power using it to your head. Because when you're using it to your head, it is actually penetrating your brain because of the signals which are bouncing around. In fact, there's some manufacturers of phones where when your phone is sitting idle, it's also transmitting energy and transmitting signal from other people's phone in order to boost their weak signal. So that can be a danger as well. So if you're going to use your phone, do the texting instead, because it's getting into their brain. Let me just show you a quick diagram here of what I mean. This is a diagram from the electrical and electronics engineers. On the left-hand side here, you can see the brain of a 5-year-old child, and you can see how what part of the brain is being affected compared to a 10-year-old and then an adult. And even as an adult, it's still penetrating our brain. But because their skulls are not developed, we see the effects are great. It affects the glucose in the brain. Now, we don't know long term how that is affecting our kids or even ourselves. We don't know, and that's the fact. We don't know. We know it affects the brain, but we don't know what it can do long term. So the idea is to keep that phone away from your head. Step 2 is to don't let your kids sleep with their phone next to them on the side table. You see, they'll be in their bed using it and watching videos, and they'll put it next to their dresser. Even when it's sitting idle, it's still emanating radiation. So encourage them to put it onto either airplane mode and switch the Wi-Fi off, and that way they can still have their phone as an alarm next to their bed. And that takes me on to point number 3, is if you're a parent with young toddlers, I know some parents have downloaded an app where they can play a lullaby, and they put that underneath the pillow of their baby. I'm urging you, I'm begging you, please do not do that. That is so dangerous to have it underneath their pillow. So if you want to play music, keep it a safe distance away from their cot, from where they sleep, and that way you'll be protecting them. And step 4 is to use a wired headset. A wired headset, we're very familiar with these. We use them for not only talking on the phone, but we use it for watching videos and for listening to podcasts. I use this all the time, and this is the only way I will use a cell phone to talk. And so you can plug this into your phone, you put it into your ear, and that way you're protecting yourself during talk time and also watching videos as well, which our kids all tend to do. And then the 5th step is to use what we call a radiation absorbing device such as SpeakSafe. Now SpeakSafe have this is 15 years of research on how they developed this, and all you do is simply attach it to your cell phone wired earbuds, because it's shown that even though you wear earbuds and it does dramatically reduce the radiation, there's still a amount of radiation that goes up into your ear canals. So by using a radiation absorber device such as SpeakSafe, and this is 15 years of research they've done to do this, this cuts down the radiation to your head by 99.9%. It's incredible, and it's so inexpensive too. So let me show you what it looks like inside. You can see inside it's got like a ferrite compound, and this has been shown to absorb the radiation and release it as natural energy, something which is totally harmless to us. And so for a cheap price, to be able to put this on the wired headphones of your kids is such a small price to pay. and all the research is there. SpeakSafe even send you the documentation. If you're into that sciencey stuff, you can actually read through the documentation on how it works as well. So all you have to do, just go down the link below this video. Somewhere along this video, there's a link to Amazon, and you can go and check it out there, check out the reviews. But I tell you what, this is the only way I use a phone. This is the only way I'd get my kids to use a phone, is having this on their wired headset. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully these tips have helped you. But for now, click the link below and check out what SpeakSafe is all about.